Hello, happy new moon. We are practicing today out in the trees in Corvallis, Oregon, and I did not want to miss our practice since we have the sun and the moon in the cardinal water element of Cancer. And this is one of the most nurturing and emotional moons of the year. So go ahead and let yourself just lie down. You can either lay down and put your legs up the wall or up the chair. You could also lay on the back with the soles of the feet together. But we want to just start with a few minutes of just settling into the body and the breath. So the new moon is sort of the bottom of the exhale, just as the new cycle starts. The new moon has a lot to do with there being no moon in the sky, and then we enter the new lunar cycle. So we have a new moon about every 28, 29 days. And as it moves through the seasonal calendar, every new moon has a different energy. And so right now the sun is in the astrological sign of Cancer, cardinal water. And this is about nurturance and sensitivity and family and safety and home. And for a lot of us, these are really tender areas. The symbol for Cancer is the crab, which has the hard outer shell, but then the very soft, sweet inner side. And so during this cycle, we're all sort of being asked to figure out what is safe, what is home, what is family, how do we nurture ourselves, how do we nurture others? And so when the sun and the moon are together in the same element, this creates the new moon. And so the new moon is the best time of the month to set intentions and to very consciously bring awareness to this area of our lives. And so as much as possible during this practice, can you find home in your body and in your breath? Can you find nurturance in the shapes? Can you allow yourself to honor whatever emotions are rising and falling like the tides? Because this is the cardinal water element, which I always feel is the ocean that waves and rises and falls. And as we know, we all come from the ocean. That is sort of the ultimate mother. And so the archetype of this time is the mother energy. And for all of us, though, that manifests in different ways. And it doesn't necessarily have to do with our biological mothering so much as how we mother ourselves and how we are then able to nurture those that we care about. So go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose, fill your belly all the way up, and then sigh it out. And even slide a hand to your belly, a hand to your heart, and just start to feel the waves. So almost like in a bathtub, how kids will put ducks and boats and watch the water move. As you inhale, feel the belly rise, feel the chest rise, breathe up. Exhale it out, release down, and just let yourself do that a few more times. So can you allow your breath to be oceanic? Can you allow your breath to be rhythmic? And again, the exhale is the releasing of the cycle, and the new moon is just as we start that next breath in. So maybe see if you can feel that place where the exhale ends just as you start that inhale. And this is the first new moon since we've entered the new season. This is the first new moon since the solstice. So this is the first new moon of summer in the northern hemisphere and winter in the southern hemisphere. And so it's really asking us, how are we going to nurture ourselves through this new season? What are we going to initiate to support our emotional health, our maternal health? And obviously there's a lot of things happening in the world right now that are kind of parallel to these themes. But in order for us to respond to the world, we first have to really tune into our own state of being. And that's the new moon energies. We tune into ourselves, and then we start to reflect that out. So how much can you commit to your own home and safety and emotional well-being? And also the ways that you need to care for yourself, for your body, and those around you. Take a couple more breaths. Just again, you don't need to answer any of those questions right now. The new moon practice is one of safety and ceremony and personal reflection. So invite your feelings, invite your emotions, invite your body to release any excess or outdated information that you don't want to carry into this cycle. Let yourself be open to a cleansing, nourishing practice. So take another big breath in, fill the belly, fill the heart, hold, sigh out. And then from wherever you are, can you gently draw your knees into your chest and just start to rock a little bit. Massage your belly with your thighs. And so whenever we're in a water element, we definitely want to have a little bit of a movement because water is not still. Stagnant water has a tendency to be a little bit, one of my friends used to say, it attracts mosquitoes. So we want to keep a little bit of movement. Take another big breath in. And then as you exhale, place your feet on the mat just for a moment. So the knees are bent, the feet are about hip width distance, arms down by your sides. And as you inhale, gently lift your hips, just a very gentle bridge. Exhale, lower. So we're going to work with these sort of wave-like movements just to warm up the body. And so you can keep your palms pressing, keep your eyes closed, just gently lift and lower the hips. And this might be an inch, might be a little bit more. Press into the feet, soften the jaw. And again, think of that rising and falling of the waves. Warming up the back, warming up the core, stretching the hips. And we'll do a few little flows here to warm up the spine. Good. And then pause in your bridge for a moment and then just rock your hips a little bit side to side. Again, like you're rocking a baby or a cat or a plant or whatever it is you like to rock. Whatever you feel called to nurture, right? This archetype of mothering and nurturance is, not limited. Take another breath. Roll your hips down. Take your feet as wide as your mat. And now let your knees start to roll right and left. So the windshield wiper movement. The arms can stay by your sides. If you want a little more, stretch your arms up overhead. So if you stretch your arms up overhead, you're going to start to feel a little bit of an opening through the upper body. If the arms stay down by your side, we're going to keep the upper body relaxed. And if you want a little more, let your head roll opposite side of the knees. Soften the jaw, soften the face. And again, this doesn't have to be a big movement. It can just be a couple of inches either way. Deep breath in through the nose, hold, and sigh it out. Let the knees come back towards center, walk your feet in hip width distance. And then stretch through your arms if they're not up, and now reach out through your legs. So long line through the body, big stretch. Exhale, sweep the arms around, hug the right knee, and we're going to flow like that. So you'll inhale, stretch the arms and legs out. Exhale, hug the opposite knee. So again, thinking about that flow, inhale to really expand and stretch the body. Exhale, that gentle contraction. Great for digestion, for the organs of digestion, elimination, and reproduction. So the biological astrology for this cycle is the chest and or breasts and the belly and or womb, or again, the energetic imprint of these spaces. Because again, this is the archetype of the mother. And so archetypally, right, we often define the mother as, the breasts and the belly. And again, that's not true for everybody in every culture, but that's sort of where the energy of these signs tends to settle, is in the chest and the low belly. Hold that right knee in. And again, just give it a little rock side to side, just that little wave side to side. Relax the face and just feeling your body. Our bodies are our homes. We do create these other homes in our lives, but it starts in our body. And this is a cycle that asks, if we're not at home in our body, can we really be home anywhere else? Good. Pause, take your hands behind the thighs, stretch the right leg up just for a few breaths and just point and flex your foot. So we're opening up the hamstrings and the calves, kind of move us into the hips a little bit more. We'll be doing some hip focus. Take another breath. Exhale, hug. And then inhale, stretch the arms up, reach that right leg out, big stretch. Exhale, hug the left knee. Again, little rock, side to side, little pulse. Deep breath. Exhale. And then again, stretch the leg up, hold behind the thigh, little point and flex. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, hug. Good. Draw the right knee in again. So rock here. Hold on to your knees and start to draw circles. So holding your knees, push the knees out wide, sweep them around. How big can you make these circles? And if it's not comfortable, it does not need to be big. Breathing into the hips. Reverse the direction. Relax the feet. So this really be about the hips. And the hip flexors. Okay. And then tuck the chin, and you can either rock side to side, or if you want to bring a little momentum, you can start to rock up and down on the spine a little bit. Again, if that doesn't feel good, rock side to side, and then when you're ready, roll to the left side. And pause there. Otherwise, if you're rocking up and down, get that little massage, and then rock yourself up, soles of the feet together. So sitting in our Baddha Konasana position. Shift your hips back so you're up on your sits bones. You can always sit up on something. Press the feet together. Try to make sure you feel anchored through your pelvis. So usually we can sense that by bringing the hands down. Draw the belly and lengthen the spine. Press the feet together. Inhale, reach the arms up. See if that balance sticks. Exhale, hand to heart, hand to belly. Let the thighs soften. Let the eyes soften. And we'll offer our new moon invocation, our lunar mantra, asking for the blessings and guidance of this new moon, the nurturance, the emotional healing, the safety of our bodies, protection of our homes and lives. And you can either just listen, you can come along, or we tone Om Chandraya Namaha, which means I bow to the moon. Breath in. Om Chandraya Namaha. Slide your hands to your ankles. And again, let's start to circle. So now keeping the feet together so the hips can open, getting a little bit of spiraling movement through the spine. Let the head and the neck go. Relax the face. Keep the breath moving like waves. And reverse the direction. Got to try both ways. Bring that balance to the right and the left. When your chest comes forward, can you draw your heart towards your legs? Soften the jaw. So if the low back is feeling tender, you can bring your hands behind you and that'll stabilize. Otherwise, if your hips are really enjoying the opening, you can always bring your hands out. Relax the jaw. Roll yourself up. Take the hands behind you. Lift your chest, and you can stay just like this or lift your hips as well. Big breath. Exhale, lower it down and then walk it forward. So we're coming into another flow here. So you can always just do like a cat-cow if sort of using your hands is too much. Otherwise, on the inhale, you plant the palms, lift the chest and maybe the hips. Exhale, circle it forward. So again, this can be as big or small of a movement as is appropriate for your body today. You can definitely, like I said, always sort of go back to moving through cat-cow. Because when we're placing the hands down, obviously we're getting a little more strength through the upper body, as well as that deeper stretch in the hips. And then we come forward, again, also getting a little bit more. But since, again, this energy rules the chest, breast, belly, and womb, this is a really great movement. Open all those areas up. Few more. But now the next time you come into that heart opener, so whether that is a cow pose or palms just planted or hips lifted, breathe there. You can tuck the chin or roll your throat open a little bit. Just breathe into the heart, into the lungs, soften the jaw. Inhale, exhale, walk it forward one more time into that forward fold. Give it a little shake side to side. And then roll it on up, stretch the legs out, give them a little shake. And then we'll bring it on up to stand. So bringing the body up, feet about hip width distance apart. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the moon and sky. Exhale, hands. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, pull down. One more like that, reach. And then draw it in. Good, soften the knees, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Couple breaths here, bend your knees, rock your hips. Again, that gentle movement, opening up the legs. And then soften your knees, tuck your chin, roll yourself up. Circle the arms up at the top. Clasp the hands, turn the palms up. Inhale, exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, uplift. Exhale, swan dive forward. And shake it out a little bit. Soft knees, tuck chin, roll it up. As you roll up, gather your arms up. Clasp the hands, press the palms up, side bend to the left. Bring it up, over to the right. Good, reach up, lift. And again, fold down. Shake it out. Be soft, roll it on up. Circle. Pull down, hand to heart, hand to belly, pause. So we're going to move through some moon salutes, and you are welcome to just stay with something. Oh, bunny, wow. We're going to stay with that. So if you want to just stay with the half salute and doing the side bends, you can always come back to that. Otherwise, we are going to add a little bit of lunges. So take a big breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, sweep the arms up, the knees soft. Exhale, forward fold. Keep a nice bend in the knees as you step the right leg back. So you can keep the knee up if that's easier, or lower down. Untuck the toe. Sweep the arms up. This is our Anjaneyasana. Inhale. Exhale, take the hands down, and then you can step up, lengthen up, and fold. Step the left leg back, high lunge if that's easier on your knee, or lower it down so we get into the hips. Sweep it up. Lift up. Exhale, release. Look up, step up. and fold. Soft knees, inhale, reach it up, big stretch, hands to heart. So again, that's another option. So one option is just to stay with the half sun salute with the side bends. That's another option. So cute. Buddy's amazing. Or we're gonna go into the full moon salute. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down, bend the knees. Now again, we're gonna step the right leg back into the lunge, same as before. Circle up, breath in. Now, as you exhale again, you can stay with stepping forward and just switch sides. Otherwise, we're going to push down through the hands, step back to down dog. With soft knees, roll towards plank, lower the knees, chest, chin, elbows in, roll up to cobra. Exhale, push back, downward dog. And then we'll lift the right leg up, bring it forward, lower the back knee. That's how we switch sides. Reach it up. And then the hands come down, look up, step up, and fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, big stretch. Hands down. So again, you can pick any of those options. We're going to go to that left side of the full salute. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, left leg goes back. Knee down, untuck the toes. Circle it up. Big breath in. Exhale, hands down. Now you can always step forward or we're going to step into that down dog. Soft knees, lift your hips. Roll towards plank. Lower knees, chest, chin, elbows in. Lift up into cobra. Low cobra is fine. Exhale, push back. Left leg comes up. Pull it forward, the back knee down. And then circle. I'm up here. It's okay, release down. Look up, step up. Inhale, bring it on up. Good, pause, hand to heart, hand to belly, just check in. And start to circle your hips here. So moving out of that little bit more linear movement. Into the hips. Soften the jaw. Reverse the direction. Exhale forward. Soften the knees, step the right leg back, lower the knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale, reach up, Anjaneyasana, and you can always keep your hands down. And breathing again into the heart, into the hips. Big, big inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands to the inside of the left leg and just walk your left foot to the edge of the mat. You can slide your back knee back and just rock here. So stay up on your hands. We will come back through lizard. We're just starting to check it out. Breathing into the hips. Out to the edge of the mat. There you go. Take a big inhale. Exhale it out. Now tuck your back toes, lift the knee, and we're going to walk to the midline to wide legs. So take your feet as wide as you comfortably can. And then again, just rock a little bit side to side. So bend your left knee, straighten your right leg, bend your right, straighten your left, staying in the hips. Soften the jaw. And then as you bend your right knee, hold, walk your hands that way, turn the right toes to the right, come into that lunge position. So if you lower your back knee, so now you're facing the right, hips are forward. You can walk your right foot to the edge of the mat a little bit. Breathe into lizard lunge. the arms up from your Anjaneyasana. Lunge. Breath. And then again, release the hands down, lift the back knee, walk back through midline. Wide legs. Rock side to side. And pause, fold down, shake the head out, just breathe into your hips for a moment. Inhale, lengthen up, point your toes out, bend your knees, sweep your arms up. And then exhale, bend the knees, draw the arms down. Reach that moving through our temple lunges, our goddess lunges. So if you need to shorten your stance, you can. Just make sure your toes are pointing out. Just find that flow. Into your hips. Draw the belly in. Come down, pause, hand to heart, hands to belly, breathe. Rock a little bit side to side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up. Point the toes forward. Take your hands to your hips or clasp the hands behind the back. Soften your knees and then fold forward. And stretch the arms up overhead, or you can just slide the hands back down into our wide leg. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands if you haven't already. And then again, start to rock side to side. Hold as you bend to the right again. Walk your hands, point the right toes to the right. Come on to the back knee, lowering down through that Anjaneyasana. So square the hips, reach your arms up, or the hands can use the legs. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to the inside of the foot. Walk that right foot open. Hands to the inside. And now again, you can stay up on your hands and rock your hips, or you can lower down to your forearms. You have pillows or blocks, obviously, you can do that. Just try to breathe. So you get that oceanic breath flowing in our lizard. Face here of our practice. Open up. Your hands on your forearm. Tuck the back toes. Inhale, lift up, lift that back knee. One more time, walk through wide legs. Rock your hips out. Soften your jaw. Then again, point the toes out, soften your knees, circle the arms all the way up. One more set of goddess lunges here. Just releasing any tension from that lizard hold. Sitting into your hips. Hold as you come down, hand to heart, hand to belly, rock, honoring, nurturing, feeling into the space, your body, the home of your body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs, point the toes forward, reach up. Exhale, forward fold out. Rock the hips side to side again, bend one knee, then the other. And then we'll hold to the left, rotate the body to the left, point your toes left, back, knees down, square the hips, circle up. Hold that Anjaneyasana. Again, feel free to keep your hands on your thighs. Press the hips forward, open the chest. Inhale. Exhale, hands inside for lizard. Walk the left foot open. And again, stay up on your hands. Feel free to grab some props. You can rock or make little circles or settle into the folds. Can you find a spot that does feel safe and comfortable here? Exhale it out. Walk back up to the hands if they were down. And then we'll slide that leg back into child's pose. Knees wide, big toes together. Roll yourself down. And of course, if child's pose doesn't feel right, you can come into a forward fold. Rock your hips. Take some deep breaths. Come back to that oceanic breath. You can stay in child's pose, otherwise pressing through your palms. Round yourself up, drop the belly, open the chest and the cow, and then again, exhale, round back to child's pose. So again, just finding that wave-like motion. Those of you who have a little more energy, if you want, you can draw your hips forward and lift up into a deeper heart opener. Back. Sure to push down through your feet. Just drop into the low back. To tabletop. Just again, start to circle. Right, just circle your hips, and again, if this is not appropriate on your knees, come back to stand and just go through those hip circles. If you're on all fours and you want to start bringing it into a fuller movement, okay. Control. Under shoulders, knees under hips. Stretch your right leg out long. Lift your left arm up. And just again, take a couple breaths, balance. If it's appropriate to bend the back leg and then reach towards the foot, maybe hold the foot, getting a nice heart opener and a balance here. Back into the heel. Inhale. Exhale, release, rock your hips. Second side, left leg up, right arm up. And again, just steady yourself with the balance or bend the back leg, point the toes, reach back. Hold the foot, square the chest. Breathe wherever you are. So whenever working with the emotional energy, you got to balance that in the body. Take a big inhale. Exhale, release. push back to down dog or child's pose. So as we move into another hip opener, for me in this particular energy, I always associate the Cancer archetype with one-legged pigeon. But you can also do sleeping pigeon. So just to kind of demo for a single pigeon, you can draw the right knee up, walk the back leg back. You can also put support under your hip and under your knee. You want to be squared off here, but this angle is sometimes not comfortable for the knee. So if that's the case for your body, you can lay down and do sleeping pigeon. So cross the right ankle over the left thigh. And the left foot can be down, it can be up. You can even push that left foot into a chair or into the wall. Anything like that. And you can continue to keep a little bit of movement, rocking, softening. And we don't want to enter those stagnant waters. We want to keep that oceanic flow. Because this really is a cycle that can offer some cleansing and nourishing. A lot of us I know are feeling exhausted and overheated and confused and frustrated. And, you know, the world continues to be a pretty chaotic place. And we are so lucky to have practices and ways to align with our bodies and the cycles, which I do feel is important in helping us respond to the world, whatever our roles or passions or activism are. If we are not sort of steady within ourselves, and that's what yoga teaches us, that we have to sort of still the fluctuations of the mind so that we can respond and radiate and reflect rather than continuing to project these outdated sort of shadow projections that we're sort of seeing, particularly around the mother and nurturance and safety and home and bodies. So I really want to invite you to just breathe into whatever feels real in your body right now, really honoring any emotions, not labeling them as good or bad or ugly or pretty or anything like that. Just letting your body feel what it feels. And that's really important. And whenever we're in the Cancerian cycle, the full moon will be in Capricorn. And Capricorn is a very like sober, serious sort of energy. So it is that balance of very like logical structure and then like really emotional water. And so our feelings are very important and valid, and they're not always facts either. And that's a big thing right now is we're, you know, people are confusing feelings with what should be facts for others. And so getting our own feelings into their safe place. Well, this is a safe place. This is a safe place to feel and breathe and cry and swear and feel however you need to feel. And then hopefully steady yourself enough that you can choose your response to the world wisely. So allowing there to be, I've had plenty of tears and temper tantrums and my hip openers. And so this whole cycle we're offering, you know, to be in these spaces of the body and the hips and the heart and the emotions. It does seem like something really helpful we can do right now is just do our practices, our physical, spiritual, emotional practices. Couple more good breaths. Keep that breath moving. Inhale, sigh it out. So depending the position you're in is how you might want to transition. If you're on your back, you might just stay there and again, hug the knees in, rock side to side. If you're in single pigeon and you want to go through a down dog or any other kind of movement. And then when we're ready, we'll come into that second side. So whether you're moving into single pigeon or sleeping pigeon, whatever you want to do. And again, this is a safe space. This is the home space in your body, right? To feel, to practice, and especially in the hip openers. This is where a lot of our emotional turbulence come up. Give yourself a couple of moments to transition and then settle. And just breathe.
It's the most important thing. We put our body in these shapes so it can bring things up and come into balance, but that doesn't work if we're not breathing. Transition. If you're in a single pigeon, feel free to go back to down dog or any other flow that feels good. If you're on your back, feel free to stay there. Move into a twist. So if you have a favorite twist, you can definitely do that. Otherwise, rolling the knees to the right, stretching the arms, the left arm out to the left. This is again another great twist for all those organs in the belly. So whenever we're in the water cycles, one of the mantras from one of my teachers, she would say, like, if you can feel it, you can feel it. And water is the feeling element. And I always sort of clarify that the word healing is very personal, like what that means. For me, it's about developing a deeper relationship with something that, previously was harmful. And so a lot of the feelings that are coming up right now, it's an opportunity to bring a new healing and awareness to them. Wounds, traumas, things that maybe are popping up right now. We can get very reactive about them, or we can get very responsive about them and start with nurturing our own wounds and traumas and triggers and bringing that home and safety to that, and then being able to, like I said, offer more support in our communities. Just letting the body have these safe spaces to rest and move and feel and heal. Take another big breath. Exhale out, switch sides. Again, just moving through most comfortable twist for your body. We're cleansing, rinse in this new moon energy. We are entering the new moon energy this evening, and it is exact tomorrow on the 28th. Be with us most of the week, and then we do move into some fire energy in the moon, the waxing moon, but and the sun is still in this cardinal water for the next few weeks. From this particular new moon, setting the tone for the next month. So set intentions, do your rituals and practices around your body, your safety, your home, your emotion and nurturance. Take another quick breath. Let it go, hug the knees in, little rock circles. I want to settle into relaxation. So again, you can put your legs up. If you have pillows, blankets, and you want to take like the Supta Baddha Konasana, that's always really nice. Lay back over the bolster pillows with support under your thighs, or you can just stretch out into Shavasana. You also might, let yourself just sit in meditation. And always allowing ourselves a few minutes to receive our practice, especially under the potency of the new moon. Feel your body, invite your body to surrender. Invite your body here as your body is today. Letting the effortless breath flow like waves from your toes to your crown and back again. So the whole body is being caressed by these lunar currents, washing away old pain and fear and discomfort, restoring that clarity and emotional wellness. And, every culture has to define our archetypes and our mythology. And our culture is pretty past due with updating these ideas, what it means to be the mother, what it means to be the caretaker. And so it does start with each one of us figuring out for ourselves, how do we like to be nurtured? What is a safe home space for us? And, what is the places and people where we feel called to nurture? Because nurturing is very personal. And for now, though, there's nowhere to go and nothing to do. Resting under this supported, held, breathed, loved. And just imagine those currents rising and falling from the toes to the crown and the crown to the toes. Welcome, rest as long as you want, especially this week, really carving out those spaces to maybe take a bath or float on the current, to practice your meditation, get a massage, eat nourishing foods, spend time in nature, and gather those close to you that feel like family and home. Start to feel your breath. Maybe slide a hand to heart, a hand to belly, and just let the breath rise and fall. Just honoring your body, honoring your practice, honoring your emotions. So again, a lot of chaos and shadow and confusion. We are connected to these bigger cycles and practices, hundreds and thousands of years. We are supported, we are guided, we are nurtured, and nurture ourselves and each other. It does start here, with your own breath, your own body, the time you take to be clear.
Take another big breath in, hold, side out. Rest as long as you want. Otherwise, start to wiggle, stretch, shift. Movements that feel good. You can rock up and down, roll to one side. When you feel ready, you can bring yourself up to sit. The heart and belly. Sealing our new moon practice with the sound of Om 3 times. The first Om filling yourself up, feeling and healing. Second Om is an offering out to your community, to those suffering and struggling. And our third Om for our Mother Earth and our Grandmother Moon. You can tone with your own breath. If you'd like to join me, inhale. Om. Draw your hands to your heart, rub your palms, just the left hand up, right hand down, connecting our virtual new moon circle. Big breath in. All beings be safe and happy and healthy and free, and may we contribute to that happiness, health, and freedom. Om Chandraya Namaha. Hands to the earth and bow. Thank you for practicing. Thank you for caring for yourself in this way. Have a great week, and I hope to see you soon. Okay, thank you so much.